Hi, Rebecca.
Hi, Tristan. Tristan and I have just vowed that we're not going to kill each other, though we may want to kill each other.
But we want for that not to happen.
Yes.
Okay.
More so than we might want to kill
What are we doing? What are we doing?
We're about to go on the train!
We're about to go on the train. Here, you hold it.
Going on the train, you have to hold it. Okay, that's fine. Across Canada. Again, it'll be my second time. Third time if you count going through the States. Second time in economy class. I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it, Rebecca?
I'm pretty nervous about the narrative unwinding, but I'm so excited because it's like acting out every Fred Eaglesmith song that I've ever heard.
Okay, let's check the time. Right now it's, you can see this, right now it's 8 p.m. on Thursday. At 10 p.m. the train leaves, but before we go to the train we have to go buy food. So let's go do that right now. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
Me too. Okay, let's go. What time is it, Rebecca?
I don't know what time it is, objectively speaking.
Time for more vlogging.
We just finished our grocery shopping and then we took a nice long walk. I forgot my suitcase in the Super Fresh on Bloor, so they nearly suspected me of being a terrorist.
Did they say that?
No, they didn't. But it was on their minds because we came in looking very burly, and terrorists are burly.
That's prejudice.
Burly actually doesn't really describe very much. But we got these great things to eat, like some dried fruits and some halva and some other things that Tristan has. I've got my fiddle here. I'm really excited because we're almost going to be on the train and I've just been
Can I tell you a secret about
trembling all over?
How I always feel just before situations like this?
Yes, you can tell me a secret, Tristan.
Well, I used to have these dreams as a child, and these dreams were all this really exciting, do you want to hold it? All these really exciting things would happen, which would be leading up to a big trip, like a big boat trip, because I really wanted to have a boat when I was a child, but we didn't have a boat. But then we got a boat, so that was actually great. But
what kind of a boat was it? A sailboat?
It was a speedboat, but the boat I really wanted was like a cabin cruiser, which actually my grandfather had, but I barely remember it because I was so young. Or maybe I only saw the pictures, I don't remember. And the point is, in all of these dreams, we would get right to the point we were ready to leave, and then I would wake up. And this transfers, I always expect that at the last minute, the trip will be spoiled by something like the subway will get stuck, or I'll get into a car accident, or they won't let me on the train because of my luggage, or the airplane because of the luggage. I'm always afraid.
Here comes the dragon!
Did you... get the... Whoa, that's a short one. Is it still running?
I have no idea what he just said. So we just had a close call.
We got on the train though.
Yeah, we're on the train. We're on our way to Vancouver.
This is a short haul train.
Baton?
Oh, I think we'll be without the. I think we'll be okay without the baton this way.
I put it in my. Okay.
Oh, you see those people lined up?
Yeah.
That's us. That's us. We're gonna be like those suckers in the lineup just in just a minute. I think you can tell I don't like lineups.
Is that really us though?
Yeah, that's gate 16. That's us.
I'm really, really excited.
Sorry to announce that DRL's not passing clothes and blankets anymore. It just started a week and a half ago, so I'm really sorry. But they do sell them for you to keep, so it's a black fleece blanket with a blow-up pillow, earplugs, and a mat. So if you want to buy them, I'm the one who sells them.
How much are they?
It's $10 for the whole little bundle. Yeah, so does anybody...
I'll go one.
Oh, you'll get one? It's, they don't pass out clothes and blankets in a week and a half now, and now they have to have that.
What do you think of that, Rebecca?
Okay.
But I did just board a real platform
Otherwise, I'm
outdoors.
a person.
And I gave my ticket to a conductor.
Okay, I'm gonna do
Real conductor.
Oh, yeah.
He was wearing a long woolen navy blue coat with a stripe on it, and he had a hat. And he was very polite, but I've been told that politeness shouldn't be a measure of good character. Tristan, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. To be honest, I'm not upset about the blankets. I'm rich enough. I can buy us a couple blankets. It's only $10. I got $100 off on my ticket. I'm in no position to complain.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we get
Tristan's buying a blanket. I wouldn't, but thanks, Tristan.
You're welcome. Mr. Richmond, good job. You know how many exams I have to grade? I have 33 exams to grade between here and... I wanted them done by Jasper, so I can email them to the prof and be like, hey, Mr. Prof, Mike QD, I can't pronounce his name. He's going to see this. Anyway, hi Mike. I'm going to grade the papers for you, and I'm going to email them to you from Jasper. Maybe I'll even do a vlog of me emailing you the papers, including a link to the video of me emailing them to you. Hey, thanks so much. Let's get a vlog of me opening. Let's do a sniff test and a deboxing of the pillows and blankets. You know, like we'll pretend it's a MacBook or something. Oh. Okay, so it's pretty easy to open there. It feels good. Feels like good quality fleece. Kind of slick actually. There's the logo there. That's very attractive. Opens up. Oops. Opens up just fine. Just doesn't rip it. Comes with a black bag. Probably something.
Yeah. I think that's the pillow.
Mask. No, it's
That's a mask. That's a full body mask. With no eye holes or mouth holes.
This is actually a cat suit.
Yeah.
And this is the blanket. It
Actually,
feels...
I think it's a woolen union suit.
That's your opinion. This is a very nice feeling blanket. Kind of like the thing you would buy at IKEA for $10. So I'm not complaining at all.
Actually, this is quite lovely.
Yeah.
And it has an embroidered message on it that says Via Rail.
Yeah? Really?
I think so. I thought that it did. Perhaps not.
I feel like this could be used for a puppet show.
Oh, perhaps. Well, that would be great. We have enough.
I don't think there's a pillow. Maybe it's a pillow / blanket. If it's rolled up, it's a pillow.
I think that silky union suit is the pillow.
It could be a pillow.
Well,
What do you mean by union? Is it going to restart the general strike?
a union suit made out of waffle patterning inflates. And I'm going to put it on to myself. And earplugs.
Brilliant.
Incredible. And a little eye mask.
What a great little kit.
This
is probably better than just blankets that they would have handed out.
Oh, and it's... Well...
Oh, great, so we don't have to touch each other.
I have a medium level opinion of this sort of pillow, but it means that now in the future, I can take it on the plane, which I like a lot less than the train, and that gives me a pain in the neck.
You mean a not pain in the neck?
But look.
Don't do... Oh, okay. You have to open it first.
I suppose it doesn't need to be inflated immediately.
No. Here, I'll try. Are you going to do it?
At one point in my career, I played the trombone, so I'm extremely proud about my lung capacity.
I did not know that you played the trombone.
Yeah, I was a great, loud trombone player.
Drop those.
But if there are open seats, feel free to go into them. Yeah. Okay, but just be aware at 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning if I need them because I get a group of 3 or 4, you got to go back to your ready.
Okay, the only reason I have it.
Oh yeah, yep, okay, go on.
Perfect.
Unique spots too, so here.
Did you see that one breath?
I think that was more than one breath, but I'm still very impressed at your lung capacity.
Thank you, Tristan. That was exactly the answer I was looking for.
This has a good feel.
Yeah.
It feels human. This is the human way to travel. That was their slogan at some point.
Yeah.
We could disinflate it again. Oh no, yeah, give us an action shot here.
Yeah.
All right. I can't believe that you're sleeping. Come on, sell it.
Okay. You know the people...
You don't look like you're sleeping at all.
The sound people make after they die, as all the air leaves their body, goes something like that. And in one breath, it departs from, leaving behind this gentle tone. Sounds not dissimilar to a hollow ghost, which is also related to trains that pass in the night in the mountains, and I will not be going through the mountains, but Tristan will.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if I have your attention, please, just for a quick moment. At this time, we'd just like to welcome...
The place that I know, I'm surrounded by sorrow. Will I never see tomorrow? Oh, Jimmy, lovely Jimmy, if you knew what I know. The train's sounding.
There's another train that's moving.
In Armory Schaefer's book, The Tuning of the World, and he has a whole chapter devoted to the sounds of trains crossing Canada and the Canadian identity through trains and the sounds that they make. So I just thought of that now.
What do you think of the train so far? What do you think of the dome car?
It doesn't have great acoustics in it, so I can't get away with singing weakly upon it. But I'm really excited for if they turn the lights out in here, because it'll be like in Girl Guides when we went to Canada Olympic Park and did the Sleep Under These Stars in the dome of the building, and the train was just starting to move. Jimmy, love me, Jimmy, what I know. The morning I go to my window, I've been reading about throat singing in tuba, and one of the most fascinating part about it to me is that they have a kind of listening called timbrally oriented listening, so as opposed to melodic listening. In Western music, then you probably don't want to hear.
No, keep going. I want to film the buildings as they go by.
In Western music, then each tone is a collection of all the harmonics are densely compacted into the tones so that it sounds like a clear bell, and then our music is organized as a succession through time of these clear bells. But in tuba music it's much quieter, and each tone isn't compacted in, but that means that each sound contains so much more that a tone opens up a different kind of time and space. That's not a very good way of describing it, but I'm performing since I'm on video camera, and I can't be as earnest or as articulate as I may be in another context. honestly, I'm just really, really excited.
Because we're on the train. This is the first time I've ever exited Union Station in this direction. Hey!
There's Tristan again. He's been filming.
Pretty excited.
What do you think of the acoustics in this dome car?
Well, I haven't been singing yet, so maybe. Well, I think they're fine. I think Rebecca's being. Don't hold the camera like that. Ooh, I'm upside down. Oh, I'm upside down. This is great. Yeah, I've never come out of Union Station this direction. I've only taken the train to Montreal and Ottawa. This is neat, getting to see the tracks from this perspective.
Look, Tristan looks like an angel.
Tristan almost looks like an angel.
Yeah.
Pretty excited to be on my favorite train. I've been on trains in the States, I've been on trains in England, I've been on trains in Ireland, I've been on trains in Northern Ireland, I've been on trains in France, I've been on trains in Germany, I've been on trains in Switzerland. I think that's it. And this one's the best. Not in any quantifiable category, it loses in any quantifiable category, but it's the best subjectively.
Actually, Tristan speaks objective truths because he's a philosopher.
The thing about objective truth is all objective truth means is more than when people can see it. I wonder if I get a picture of the entire.
Okay, I don't know how many of you out there have heard of Scott Walker. Scott Walker has a song called Farmer in the City, and I was originally introduced to Farmer in the City through a Toronto musician named Martin Tielli, who's one of the brothers of two other brothers, one named Doug and one named John, and John plays the theremin and Doug plays the trombone. That could all be a lie, but I don't think that it is. Martin Tielli sings this song, and I was originally introduced to it through him, which is a much simpler version where he spells it from his mouth without pronouncing anything. So the words are more apparent to me, whereas the Scott Walker version has a full orchestra, and he's singing in this really weird way, and some people would say that it's extremely potent, but the lyrics are beautiful, and riding on this train is making me think of that song, which is really emotionally powerful for me. But it goes, 21, 21, and he keeps saying 21 on the wheel, and then the strings sort of go. Something to that effect. And then he says that he's a farmer in the city, and it's sort of a pathway that they start laying out. And one of the lines is and it's so beautiful because you have an image of people traveling at night. And then he keeps saying that he used to be a citizen, and he's a farmer in the city, and it's kind of hard to figure out exactly what he's talking about. But the strings are gradually growing, and you get the sense of people traveling, and then something's really bad happening to the person who used to be a farmer and used to be a citizen, but is no longer a farmer, is in the city, which would, to me, make him more of a citizen than had he been a farmer. And then there's the climax at the end, and it says that he knew nothing of the pressure, and then he says he knew nothing of the horses and nothing of the thresher. it was a journey. And then it slowly fades away and you start seeing the number 21 again. And thinking of it sort of gives me the chills. And looking out the train window and seeing the dark farmhouses on the snow and the moon illuminating them is sort of why I was so excited for the train journey. And I didn't know that it was so closely connected to that song for me, but it is, and I'm excited to figure that out. So that was a pretty long introduction to something. But yeah, I felt it was necessary as part of this travel vlog, video vlog, Lane or... Yeah, it also says low battery.
Well, that's because we've been making a lot of videos.
Yeah.
I have some extra batteries.
Okay, good.
So I suppose I should say something meaningful before the battery gets run out.
Yeah. Doesn't Tristan look striking with his blue eyes?
Thank you. I don't have a story about a song.
Oh, you get the song.
Well, I don't have a story about a song.
Oh, okay.
But I'm on the train, and I'm just thinking about whether I should do some grading. And I was telling Rebecca about how grading is quite difficult to do if you're not drunk, because you're constantly reading what you don't want to be reading. You want to be reading student papers where they meet the standards. You figured out what the standards are, you figured out what the achievement parameters look like, and you're looking for them because that's how you grade the papers. You basically grade the papers to the extent that they fail to be papers, which is pretty depressing. But we think about them in terms of a paradigm which we set them up to all fail to meet it. Not as depressing as the fact that everyone in these classes believes they should be in university and believes that somehow doing this is useful for them, when quite clearly most of them aren't learning anything meaningful. And then I was on the bus with some law students, and they didn't even know the basic philosophy of law that you do in the first 4 weeks of a really bare bones second-year philosophy of law course. And I realized nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I don't really know any of that stuff either, but I'm a music student, so my degree's in air and happiness.
Well, my degree's in the cold, hard ideology of which sustains any possible lived experience and any possible structures within that experience that would force domination control over some by others, like the law, for instance. Or even on this train, there's an implicit structure of control where, depending on how much you paid, you live in a different part of the train, and you get different free things. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that there are certain norms that are required to be enforced in kind of a liminal ideological sense, in order to make it so we don't all just storm down to the back car to get our free cookies and juice, and we never do. And I'm okay with that, actually. I don't think it's that important.
Okay, signing off.
Just hit the shutter button.
Would you hear that whistle blowing?
start again.
Okay. It's really interesting. It's really difficult.
Okay, start again.
It's very difficult for me to experience farmhouses nostalgically anymore because I know what they mean for the cultural geography of this country, which also means the ecology of the country, which is the same thing. But I'm trying to find the words to describe those two things together.
Quickly, we have to get off the train.
Okay. I'm interested in developing an ongoing project with various different I can't speak about this in a hurry, so turn it off. We're in Folliet now, and this is very different from a southern Alberta town in the wintertime. And it's sort of, for me, if we take a look over there, burgers, fries, subs, and pizza. There's something very Ontarian about that, and I think it's because I never really felt like a nationalistic Canadian until I moved to Ontario, because all the media represents Canada as being very eastern, and this is really giving me that feeling right now. Folliet General Store. But I'm interested in the false front on this building. Sort of saloon-like. Maybe it's a goddamn Hudson's Bay former company.
Oh, I wouldn't be too surprised at that. I'm enjoying watching that pickup truck almost get stuck in the snow.
I'm enjoying the aesthetic of the pickup truck with its planks along the side. Also these huge flakes of snow outside in front of it. Tristan, would you like to be in this video at all?
Sure.
How about an old story from around the... So Tristan is here drinking his coffee. He's looking very charming.
As usual.
Yeah, as usual. Those blue eyes. He looks like his name could be Hezekiah. I'm pretty concerned now that
the train is going to leave without us.
The train's going to leave without us.
The train is not going to leave without us. Don't worry.
Okay.
We might be here for a while. They said that the passenger could be up to 50 minutes late, which is to say the train is 50 minutes early.
So in one of my favorite books, it's called Europa in the Wilderness, and it takes various mythologies, various Western mythologies that are at the base of Western thought and combines them with indigenous mythologies from Canada and sort of deconstructs a lot of the names of places from what we think they are, like Toronto being meeting place, which it isn't actually, and then describing what it actually is. But there's a character in it. There's Athena. There's a chapter called Athena in the Wilderness, featuring the goddess Athena wandering through Canadian old-growth forests. And she comes across a Hutterite community while she's eating black bread and feeding it to a wood bison. And a wonderful man with a great big beard picks her up on his cart, and his name is Hezekiah. And he has two horses named Apollo and Zeus. They're great big black draft horses, and it's kind of right around this area. Actually, I don't really want eating.
Where are we, Rebecca?
We're not in Evangeline Park. Where are we?
Hornpain.
We're in Hornpain.
Just came from Hornpain. There's the Hornpain Home Hardware.
I wonder how the town came across that name. Hornpain.
And what have we just done?
Hornpain. We have not gone to the Home Hardware to buy a Swiss Army knife, but we have gone to the Super Value Mart to buy President's Choice green tea. Regular instant oatmeal in a yellow box that probably arrived on a train. And whole wheat pita bread for $1.99. upon Tristan's request for more pita bread, but my request for the whole wheat pita bread because we'll digest that better. And if you look up over there, we've got the Packsack Dell or Deli. I bet they have really good food there. I bet they have hunted down rabbit or something to that effect. If that qualifies as good food. And earlier, when our batteries ran out, I had been thinking about how the past year in Toronto, I haven't felt as joyous and excitable as I do now. When I first moved to Toronto, everything was new all the time, and I was so excited about every single. It was all epic, and then that kind of stopped and became dulled. But riding the train across Canada is pretty exciting, and I feel really bulbous. I'm feeling fast and bulbous, just like Captain Beefheart.
Okay, now let's walk down and look at the old station.
Okay.
Look like that.
Oh, no.
Okay, let's start again.
Okay.
Alright, Rebecca's still got some learning to do with the camera. So we're in Hornpain. It's about 3 o'clock on the day after the day we left. This is the Canadian. This is the old Hornpain station, which as you can see was built in a relatively ornate style with nice stone tops of the windows. The wheels are all broken now, and it was so important, the station, as there's this whole extension built here, which you can tell is an extension because it's not as ornate, and the brick's a different color, it's built at a different time, and there's an overpass so you can get from one to the other. But it's totally abandoned and decrepit. Oh, actually, we should see if we can maybe look inside over there.
It's got plywood for glass.
The windows are all smashed.
The windows have all been smashed.
Like its abandonment was not before the age of tack, in essence. But it's still standing. Maybe it'll get restored with some stimulus money. Another recession. Look, it's our friend Keith.
It's our friend.
It's our friend. He wants to
Here.
video.
How's it going? Peter's posing for our fireman's calendar.
What?
Nothing.
You still recording?
It's still recording.
Oh, it's a video.
Yeah.
Did I say anything on video? Do I say something on the video?
No. No, I don't.
Peter, I noticed that you've been doing a bit of running. Do you want to go on a sprint with me right now?
Say what?
Are you out of breath?
Am I out of breath? No, not really.
Do you want to sprint down the side of the train with me before it leaves?
I do want to sprint.
Okay.
I didn't hear the rest of it, but
I must sprint.
you sprinting too?
I'm going to have to.
Are you guys going to race?
Yeah, we're going to race.
There's going to be a race. These are two are going to race each other. Ready, set, go. Tristan here with an exclusive post-race interview with the victor, Rebecca Bruton. Rebecca, how do you feel about the race?
Peter seems pretty bummed out about it. I don't know, he's acting kind of like Popeye in the cartoon. I felt pretty exhilarated about it. But my shoes had heels on them, so I couldn't quite get that same ballpoint fling as I like to get.
Peter, how do you feel about losing to a girl with heels on?
I would like to point out that these are not heels. They provide extra
We're gonna have to have a post-race inspection, tech inspection. Let's see those heels. Well, they are heels, but I'm not sure if they were a debilitation or an advantage.
Next time we'll get out and do a barefoot foot race.
Oh.
But Peter has the trendy Uggs upon him.
These are pigskin on sheepskin, given to me at Ethica Zen Center.
Amazing.
Yeah, he used to have he learned to make shoes, and he opened up a business called The Bootist. And the slogan was healing, H-E-A-L-I-N-G, your soul, S-O-L-E. Then he changed the business to the Zen Bootist, and it was healing, H-E-E-L-I-N-G, your soul, S-O-U-L.
That's fantastic.
That's really good.
No. Pobeg nalale, pobeg no. Pobeg nalale, pobeg no. So where does that part fall rhythmically? Is it going?
Coming here.
Is that an effect? I think it's coming through the roof.
Could be. It's coming. It's
Is it recording? Though I have more to add later involving my walk. I went walking for quite a ways down the river, and I met a man who had 2 different colored eyes, and it told me quite a story, and I was a little bit nervous, but after recovering from that, I ran into Peter in the market, and we were walking back here, and on the road, I saw a little man, a little guy, a pigeon, all curled up and still. And you know how pigeons are in underpasses with their chins all tucked under, and sometimes they're a little bit like cats if you see them from underneath. It's like a little row of cats sitting on a ledge. This pigeon was tucked in sort of that way, and he was just sitting in the middle of the road. And I assumed that Peter had seen him, and he hadn't, and I said, "Pigeon!" He looked down and stepped aside hurriedly and said, "Pigeon!" And then we went and looked at the little pigeon, and it was stone still, but all tucked in as though, like a small cat, as though living still. Tristan, is a dome car a kind of box car?
I don't really believe it's recording because I don't think you know how to work
Yeah, it is recording.
Okay. So, I was just telling Rebecca here, or Becky for short.
Becky.
Just kidding, she's not Becky. What kind of car that I would have if I had my own private rail car. And it wouldn't be a coach car, and it wouldn't be a dome car, and it wouldn't be a dining car, and it wouldn't be a sleeping car. It would be all of those things in one. And what's that? A caboose. A caboose is a dome car because it has the upper bit. It's a dining car because it has an oven in it. Well, the one I visited the rail museum didn't have an oven. You could put an oven in it. It had a hot plate. It's a sleeping car. It has a bedroom for bunks. It's a coach car. It has seats. Executive car, it has a desk, and yeah, it's just really the best of all worlds. And it's a caboose. I mean, what more could you ask for? So, if I win the lottery, I'm going to buy a caboose and name it Charlie.
Tristan, what did you learn at the Railway Museum today?
Museum. I already know everything about trains.
So what did you know already that excited you about it?
There was a 1910s or 20s Canadian National Railways coach that was painted like the Supercontinental, but it wasn't a Supercontinental coach. It was just repainted to look like that. I mean, it was repainted in the 50s to look like that, but it was horrible inside actually. There's old wooden caboose, like old. It's kind of neat. There was a photograph of a Hudson, a semi-streamlined Hudson, pulling. You couldn't see the whole train, but the front bit of the train looked like the Canadian. So I don't know about that. I don't know if that was just some silver coaches on the Dominion, or because I heard there weren't any photographs of steam pulling the Canadian. So I don't know what that was. It's a worthwhile thing to do if you're going through Winnipeg. And the Railway Museum's open. It's inside the Winnipeg station. It's like half of the platforms are closed off during the museum. It's worth seeing. They have the Canada's Dufferin, the first railway engine that worked in Western Canada. Came in on a barge.
I think
These nuts from my friend Camille, who insists that I have to come visit her at some point and stay for more than 3.5 hours. Because it's becoming a joke, because I take the Canadian and I stop and I go to a bar with her, or I go to her house for breakfast, and then I leave and she's like, "Tristan, come on, sometimes you gotta stay longer than this." But someday maybe. Maybe one day I'll take the Canadian and I'll get off for 2 days and then get on the next one. I like that effect. It's got a good spirit. Feels like Montreal.
home. Looks like Ottawa. Doesn't feel like Ottawa.
I think we're signing off now. Sleep immediately. I woke up in the middle of the night very cold and very sore in the sense that when you get sort of sick and your whole body feels all achy and uncomfortable and my throat felt all swollen and it was awful. So then I went and I traveled up to the dome car and it was frigid in there, but I had 2 blankets because I had accidentally stolen one from Tristan and he was unfortunately left to freeze. But I went to the dome car, couldn't sleep there, and then I woke up and I eventually came back and fell asleep, but just woke up this morning and had a cough, and it was such a shame because I'd been so excited for our 4-hour stop in Winnipeg and I had all these plans. I was going to go running and I was going to go sit and do some writing or something really good, but anyways, Tristan left. I said something really grumpy and we were going to sleep, and then one of the train people came and told me that he was going to be vacuuming in the car, so I needed to clean up all my junk, and I thought, well, if he's vacuuming, there's no use staying asleep, so I need to go. So I got out at 9 o'clock and I was going to go get coffee, but then I thought, well, I really need some exercise, so I started walking along the river in Winnipeg, the Red River, and it was really cold, and I walked for maybe 15 minutes, and then I sat down for a little while in the snow, and I just sort of sat and listened to a very attractive sounding bird that was chirping in the tree next to me. Then I thought, okay, well, I better move on. So I got up, and I walked, and I walked, and I walked for about half an hour, and I turned around, and I started to come back along the river, and I was reading a monument. And then this man came up to me, and I had seen him walking earlier, and I had been a bit apprehensive because of the way he walked with his head sort of down and his shoulders all hunched over, and it was sort of a secluded area. There was some woods and a pathway, and so I was a little concerned, but I thought, well, it's winter, it's not very, what's going to happen? It's so cold out, and the air is crisp, and I can shout really loudly. Anyways, I was reading this monument all about how Scottish settlers who had been pushed out of Scotland founded Winnipeg, and it was the first agricultural settlement of the West. And I thought, well, okay, I guess that's true, but what are all the other truths involved with that? And then this man came up behind me, and he was sort of like, he had a hood on, and I don't know if you're familiar with, there's some particular imagery that I hold in my head about people with hoods on. He had a fur fringe around his hood, and if you imagine sort of a creature that has a head in the shape of a hood, and then fur around it, and then also coming out of it, then sort of a long snout, a long wrinkly snout over there, and the hair sort of blows out of it, out of a hot wind, and the animal doesn't really say very much, it just sort of has this sound, and this hot air breathing sound. Sometimes when people have hoods on, I think of this, particularly during the winter when the hoods have fringes around them. So this man had a hood like that, and he had a face that was sort of very soft and bluish looking, like when somebody has a lot of veins in their face. So it was a mix between pasty and bluish. And his eyes and his nose were sort of crunched towards the top of his head. And his eyes were quite far set apart. And he had sort of a grayish stubble, complementing his bluish skin pallor. And one of his eyes was hazel, and the other of his eyes was blue, which I didn't notice until later on in our conversation, but he started talking to me and he had an accent, and I couldn't quite place the accent. I believe it might have been a French accent, but he did tell me that he's not from Canada. And he said, I studied history a long time ago, but I'm not here for that. I'm here for other reasons. And then he started to tell me about how on the monument it spoke about how some Scottish people had been sent to Cuba, and he said, why were there Scottish people in Cuba? Glaring at me, and I said, I don't know. It must have been a colony of something, and I don't know anything about Cuba, so that was a guess. And he said, a colony of who? Britain? Do you know Great Britain? Britain, great. To breed, Britain, to breed, great. And then he looked at me and I said, yeah, that's a pretty big problem, isn't it? He said, to breed great, look it up in the dictionary, that is what Great Britain means, to breed great. Do you know the symbol of the swastika? And I said, yeah. He said, it is not of the Nazis, it has nothing to do with Hitler. And I said, well, I know it's an ancient symbol, and it doesn't symbolize, I don't know what it does symbolize exactly, but I know the Nazis used it. He said, no, it is not ancient. It is the brand of Great Britain. Race? It is the Queen's logo of breeding great. I want you to think about that, and I want you to remember. Never forget that. And I said, okay, yeah, I learn about that kind of stuff in school. I think about it a lot. And then he continued, he said, that queen, I'm sorry, I don't like her. That bitch, she was here earlier, a few months ago, inspecting the Nazi logo in Canada. That's what she was doing. She was inspecting her Nazi logo. And he was going on, and then he started telling me that he gave me the spiel that Mormons usually give when they're proselytizing. They say, have you noticed the things going on in the world right now? And so I thought, oh my god, he's an anti-racist, but he's sort of convoluted on this. And I don't know what to believe, but these days I sort of believe anything. I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm sure there's some element of truth, or at least the sentiment is correct. So he started telling me about I said, well, there are lots of things going on in the world right now. And he said, do you know what's going on in the world? And I said, well, there are what particular thing in the world? Something recent? Do you mean all the things in the world, or just one country? This country? And he said, no, the things in the world. The Sheikh of Saudi Arabia, he does not speak very often, but do you know what he said? He never speaks. He said, he is going to cut off the head of the serpent, the gold serpent, or the snake's head. Do you know what the snake's head is? And I said, no. He said, you look up the snake's head. Now, do you know what Obama means? And on and on and on, and he kept giving me these new words to think about in new ways, and it all seemed like what he was telling me was essentially true. But he had some sort of way of, it was like a mix between a destructionalist or whatever it's called, post-colonial theorist and conspiracy theorist, and really good for you because then you wake up and remember that you were daydreaming and probably having some vain fantasy about something you've never met before or something along those lines. So I felt this pain, except I knew that it wasn't my uterus, so I was a bit concerned about it. And I had just had this really creepy conversation with this man with the two different colored eyes. And it was debilitating pain, and then it disappeared, and I thought, well, maybe he's put a curse on me. And I continued on my way, and eventually went back to the market and got warmed up, ran into a friend from the train, and sorted things out. But that was my impression of Winnipeg before. I bought this raisin pie in the market before I saw a dead pigeon all curled up. You heard that story already.
Have some more pie. Get some on your face.
Really?
I'm just kidding.
Tristan has just bought us 2 coffees, and I am so happy for that. Tristan, how's it going?
Okay, $4.
Tristan is marking your mouth.
Did you know that a constitutional convention is like a Star Trek or enemy convention? Lawmakers, policy advisors, economic thinkers dress up like, I think, Canadian founding fathers federation. And every once in a while, someone dressed up as charter rights shows up, but they usually get kicked out. It's definitely the best thing I've ever read in an exam.
And as for the rest of them?
3 out of 10. Seen the pyramid before?
No.
Well, this is one, but it's as big as one. It's the tailings from the mine. This is I can't remember the name of it right now. It's the stuff they dig out of the ground. It's fertilizer. That's not it. Potash mine.
I think I've got a thin mouth disease.
I'm sorry. Okay, go.
It's been a rough journey. We're just coming into Edmonton now. We have the most amazing weather. You can look outside and see that you can't see much. There are trains going on by. And it's been a journey. Tristan, any final thoughts on this part of our tandem voyage?
Good.
It was good. I wish that I hadn't have become ill, but to take it as it comes. I'm sure I'll learn something. Like, I'm sort of glad that I was ill because I still had a good time. Which means that next time, if I'm not ill, it'll be over the top. I think that's all.
Okay.
In the future.